What's up, you guys? Aditi. Welcome back to our channel. Today's topic is very interesting, at least for me. It's defense mechanism, as you read in the title. And defense mechanism is something that we all use. You can deny it, which is one of the defense mechanisms, but we all use it. Defense mechanism is something that we unconsciously use to protect us from anxiety that arises out of these unacceptable thoughts or feelings. And defense mechanism, this idea is given to us by Sigmund Freud. He thought that personality is an interaction between these three components: id, ego and superego. You can check that video out if you want. Actually, this video is in continuation of that video, so you can check it out if you like. So there are 10 defense mechanisms, so let's quickly begin. Also, after I'm done explaining all the 10 defense mechanisms, I'm gonna leave the examples at the end. So read the examples, pause the video, read the examples, write which defense mechanism you think it would be in the comments, so I know that you have understood this topic. And being the independent person you are, you're gonna check your own answers in the description box. I'm doing this thing as a quiz and not just examples, because sometimes you may read or understand one defense mechanism, but when you know about another one, it can get a little confusing, and they both sound very similar. So I want you to get a good grasp of this topic because it's really important. So yeah, now let's begin. So the first defense mechanism is denial, and this one is very common. We all have done it, and sometimes we just continue to do it. So it means that we are, or a person is refusing to accept, recognize or acknowledge a threatening situation. And people tend to do this when we don't want to accept, or we don't want to go through this painful situation, so we just deny it, like, oh, it doesn't exist, this is not happening, this is not how it is. So a very good example would be Mrs. A. She is not acknowledging, she's not accepting the fact that her son, he died in the recent military deployment. These are actually in no particular order in this video, but I'm just going to explain it in such a way that they are all clubbed together depending on the first letter of the defense mechanism. So we are doing D right now. So denial is done. Let's go to displacement. So displacement is when we have a negative emotion. We don't express that negative emotion towards the real target, like because of someone we are feeling this negative emotion, we displace that emotion and we lash out, or we express those emotions to someone who is non-threatening and who is not the real target. Okay, so for the best example would be a man or a woman, she did not do a job right or whatever, and her boss screamed at her, and she is really mad and angry, and she comes home and she lashes out at their spouse or maybe at his or her children. So that person is actually angry, is feeling this negative emotion towards their boss, but they cannot express those emotions towards their boss, because if they do, maybe they can lose their job or something like that. So what they do is, when they come home, they displace that negative emotion, anger, and they lash out, and they express that negative emotions towards someone who is non-threatening, like maybe their spouse or their children. Now in these 10 defense mechanisms, 4 are R: repression, regression, rationalization and reaction formation. So let's go with repression. So repression, as the name suggests, you are repressing these threatening, these unacceptable thoughts and feelings that you may have out of conscious awareness and in your unconscious. So the best example would be something I spoke about in the psychosexual stages of development given by Sigmund Freud. So in the Electra complex and in the Oedipus complex, which happens in the phallic stage, these kids tend to repress these feelings that they have for their opposite sex parent. And even in the latency stage, these feelings are kind of latent in their unconscious. So that's a very great example. It is also said that this defense mechanism, repression, it's not a very long-term and foolproof defense mechanism, because these repressed memories or these feelings, they do surface after a point. That does happen subconsciously, by subconscious means, or in altered forms like in dreams or even slip of tongue, which is also known as Freudian slips. Next one is regression. So regression, the word regression is the opposite of progression. So regression is where as a way to deal or as a way to cope with a stressful situation, people fall back on their childlike patterns. So this is something that is very regularly or very often seen in young adults or young children. So when young children experience trauma or loss, they may go back to their childlike patterns like sucking on the thumb or wetting the bed. But regression as a defense mechanism has also been seen with adults, where they start to sleep with their cherished stuffed animal. Maybe they overeat a lot, or they will not do some stuff because it's too overwhelming for them. So regression is seen in both. Okay, so the next one is reaction formation. So in this one, a person would form these reactions or attitudes that are opposite to their real uncomfortable or unacceptable thoughts or feelings that they are feeling on the inside. So this is generally done to protect the mind from these unacceptable and uncomfortable thoughts. So a great example would be, a person is actually feeling very sad, heartbroken and disappointed because they had a breakup, like relationship breakup, but they believe that these feelings are unacceptable, so they just publicly behave like everything's normal, everything's fine, unconcerned, I'm happy. Okay, so the last R in defense mechanism is rationalization, where you are making excuses for your unacceptable thoughts and behaviors. And this is generally done so that you feel comfortable with the choices you have made, although somewhere deep down at some level you know it's not right, but you still make excuses, you give yourself excuses just to feel better about the choices you have made, to rationalize your unacceptable thoughts and or behavior. So a great example would be when you're dieting, for example, you have to lose weight because your doctor has told you it's not good for you, for example, and you have just followed this strict dieting regime or whatever that your doctor has told you for like a week, and you're like, oh, I have followed this to a T for like a week, so I know what, I'm just going to treat myself with a 1 kg ka cake or something, or like one pastry or something. So you are rationalizing this behavior of eating a cake just because you followed what your doctor told you to for like just a week, you know. So you're just rationalizing your unacceptable behavior. I don't like that example, but we're going to roll with it. Okay, so the next one is projection. This is where you are projecting your feelings onto others as if they are the ones who are feeling it and these feelings actually belong to them. So the best example would be that sometimes when we are arguing and we are the ones who are being aggressive, we actually project that the other person who we're arguing with is actually being aggressive. This defense mechanism is quite harmful because it takes the criticism away from you, and it takes away the fact that you cannot be responsible, you cannot feel that responsibility of your own thoughts and behaviors. So I feel that projection defense mechanism is quite harmful. Next one is identification, and this is about identifying or trying to be like another person to combat anxiety. The best example I can think of is Oedipus complex, where the boy identifies or tries to identify with his father so that the father won't get angry with him. That's where the castration anxiety comes from. So you can check out the psychosexual stage of development video. This is where the boy starts to identify with the father. He tries to take their father's mannerisms, the way they talk, the way they walk, their morals, their beliefs, and they try to be exactly just like their father. So that's the boy's way of appeasing with the father, and trying to not get the father mad. And the same thing happens with the girl, and she tries to identify with the mother in Electra complex. So the next one is compensation or substitution. This is where you feel this lack, you perceive that you lack in a particular field, so to make up for this lack that you perceive, you try to become superior in another field. So for example, a girl feels that she's not good at sports, so she tries to better herself in maybe maths. Okay, so the last defense mechanism is sublimation, and this is where you are trying to turn these unacceptable social behavior or emotions that you may have into something that is socially acceptable. So this is like you're displacing these unacceptable, uncomfortable thoughts and behaviors into behaviors that are socially acceptable, that are not destructive basically. So in oral stage, in psychosexual stages, people will resort to chain smoking and drinking too much and overeating, which is kind of socially acceptable, like adults do it to seek oral pleasure. Another example would be musicians, even artists like painters. We have heard that some of them, if you have seen the movie Rockstar of Ranbir Kapoor, he is really sad, and that's when he starts to grow and become better. So it's kind of like he's displacing his negative and his sad emotions into his music. He's pouring it into his music, and that's how he is becoming famous and rich and better with his music. So that's sublimation. And that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this video a big thumbs up. Don't leave. I'm going to start queuing the quiz or examples for you to understand this topic better, because I didn't actually give so many examples for explaining, because I knew I'm gonna queue those examples and quizzes for you. So wait for that, and subscribe if you haven't already. You can go and watch The Structure of the Mind and Psychosexual Stages if you're interested. I'll see you next Friday with another psychology video.